Yeah, thanks for the sub, Gamble. Alright, so, I can't really tell much what's going on with chat right now. I finally got my stream popped up again. So, I apologize if I'm not speaking directly to you. It's actually kind of a funny setup. I've got the bench on one side of me and the screen on the other, and my phone's running out of batteries, so. The old shop's a little rusty, but we're just gonna use this old tile saw to shape out the stone. And once we get the rough size, we're actually still quite a bit bigger than we want to be. Damn, maybe I can just put it in this thing. Use a different one for steampunk. Well, either way. What I like to do is I like to rough it out on my tile saw. And I just unplug that. And then I move over to my ripper. This is a little device I built. I have an old motor. See if I can get a good shot on this. And I built this thing out of an old electric motor that my dad gave me. And then I ordered a diamond blade for it off of Amazon, of course. And fuck, man, after all that, I ended up with a device that can shape any stone that I please. So that's kind of tight. And oh, Gimbal, one thing that I am is it is focus. These blades, while they are sharp, they're sharp in a different way. They're more like giant sanders. So if I do get like nick it with my finger, it doesn't do anything, which is pretty cool. So now I've doused my diamond blade, and we're gonna just start ripping into this shit. So, go like that, and I just go right over the blade, and that's where I do my fine work. As I do this, we just take a little bit off the edge. Oh, I know. You know, for me, it's the scheduling. I can only do this from 10 to about, 5 at night at the most. And I think that's almost pushing it. So it's hard to get those days in where I can actually make time to do this. Even though once it's running, it's awesome. But it's just getting the momentum to make this stream happen. And today I said, damn it, I'm going to do this. I have to do this. Summer's almost over. I wasted enough time. And I'm going to try to knock out a bunch of shit today. Or at least get it ready for tomorrow. And then all week long I'll be working on various things, hopefully. But yeah, it took a while. And last year my kitchen flooded, so that ended my whole thing because I was too busy fixing that. I don't know. We're running now, boys. We're running now, boys and girls. So I'm going to do this. And I'm just going around it, cutting a little bit off the edge. This diamond blade will tear it off, and every once in a while, just give her a little bit of a douse. A drip will be fine. I don't have the drip system set up yet. But someday I'll have like a drip that'll just drip over this blade. That's basically the ideal thing that you want. And you can buy these things, but they're like $1,000. Or you can build it out of a bunch of, spare parts. What I did. Spare parts and an Adderall. That's all it takes. Yeah, Gimbal, if I can find the time, I'm going to definitely push it. I want to make some rings this week. I have a whole bunch of rings that I'm going to make. I got bracelets for days. All this shit was bought from you guys that donated to me. I took and I reinvested the whole works into the workshop, so I've got a ton of stuff to cut. And I thank you all, because that was huge. Say no to drugs, but not all of them. first stream I ever did, I poked myself in the thumb with my Dremel tool, and it went in pretty deep. So that happened. Alright, so what we got here, it's getting closer to the right size. You see this little part right here is kind of like the size we're looking for. So if it fits in there, it'll fit in there. Words to live by, right? If it fits in there, it'll fit in there. That might be a little lowbrow for the stream. And what we're doing is we're just removing the material. We're letting the blade do all the work, folks. You know, stone cutting is awesome. Because at the end of the day, you got a bunch of cool shit that's guaranteed to outlive you. And I think that's why I do it, you know? I've always been interested in buried treasure, you know, and now I make it. Now, what a lot of lapidaries do, I don't. It's kind of dangerous, you know, I'm always real close to the blade. But what most lapidaries do, and the way you probably should do it, is using these little posts here. And you mount it to the post, and then you can use the post to actually shape the stone that you're cutting. But when they're the size of a quarter, I don't have a problem holding them. It's probably dangerous, but god damn it, sometimes danger's gotta be your middle name, and today, danger's my middle name. Buck Dangerous Murphy, 420. Hell yeah, fucking Buck's Workshop. Good, feels good to be running it again. Maybe what we'll do today is we'll make a bracelet, a ring, and a necklace. Ooh, this is coming along pretty good, dudes. Check that shit out. All steampunk and sweet looking, decrepit and old, from a time that many may never see. It's gonna be badass. I can tell right now. I can tell right now. Now, it's pretty sweet too. I built this machine, and now anybody's birthday, I just come down here, grab a rock out of that big thing of rocks, and start making jewelry. And it only takes about 20 minutes. So we are just about there. Things are starting to fit pretty good. I bet they'll already fit in this thing. Close. Ooh, that's deadly close. We're gonna take a little bit more of this material off, and we should be able to fit this in the steampunk wristband. Buck Murphy's Workshop. You're tuning in. Gimbal Baby's already subscribed. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, my subscribers used to get free stones, but I never mail them out. That was the fucking worst part about the whole thing. Ha! So, I had to stop the stone giveaway. There's probably a few people out there that never got stones. Sorry. But, I'll get them to you someday. For the most part, I got most of the subscribers, and they help push the stream. And, I'm gonna be forever in debt with those people. I just couldn't keep up. Fuck, I could barely even get the stream off the ground. I'm so lazy. ADD, man. But I'm proud to say today I am Adderall free for this particular stream. Alright, we got her to snap in. Look how cool that looks. I'm gonna give it a lick and we'll see what color it's supposed to look. Ooh, look at that. You can see the iron in there. Fucking super tight. Steampunk. So what I'm gonna do, pull her back out of the old steampunk bracelet, and I'm just gonna take the sides here, and I'm just gonna round the sides. Don't worry, folks. Completely safe. Gonna round this off at the edges. Shape. Now I'm working with little cut slabs because they're easier for this, but if I had to, I have a giant saw that would allow me to fucking cut my own slab. It's just a lot of extra work. Today I'm just trying to get the turning and get some pieces made. So if we look at this, we're starting to get the edges a little bit more round. Now, I can do that with this shitty flat lap, but like, I wanted to cut a diamond, and I wanted to give it some, facets. I'd need a different style lap machine, which is, in essence, the exact same type of wheel, except for it would have a gauge that would come up the side and would hold the diamond, and I would just click away, being able to cut the facets. It's pretty badass, but it's pretty much the same method. Now in Brazil, the kids will cut rubies. Just use a wheel that they just get the momentum going, and then they can cut it right on that wheel. They don't even use anything real fancy. Basically just a stick with an octagon at the end of it. And like the people that are doing it are like maybe 13, 14-year-old kids. For like $1 a day. Alright, if we look at this right now, we're going to notice that the edges are really getting rounded, which is exactly what we need. What we want. Folks, we need to get this thing looking legit, right? this time, I'm just gonna check into a chat and see what is going on in there. Timmer! What's up, Timmy? Hope you're feeling good, my man. Maybe the seas will make you feel better. Alright. So right now we're just gonna do just pull it right across that blade and pound her off. This is like a scratch method. I don't know if that's like an official name you can call it, but that's what I'm calling it right now. Kind of I just scratched right across the wheel. Scratch, scratch. Oh shit, tonsillitis. Did they take your tonsils? Do they still do that even? I don't even know if they still take tonsils. Alright, boy, this is looking cool. See, I like the stone. It goes with it because it's got a bunch of copper in it, so it kind of already has that steampunk look to it. Man, just tried to smoke out my cam and I think I smoked me out. Alright, dudes, I'll be right back.
Now expresses it musically himself.
Alrighty, we are back, dudes. I got a perfect camera angle going now. Now you can see everything just right, which is what we're looking for. Oh yeah, many people we got in here watching right now? We got a few people going? Oh, nice. Thanks, Gimbal. Fuck buck. Buck for the buck. Thanks, buddy. All right. So, what's next here? What is next? Let's see here. We got this thing mounted in there, but I could take it out at any time. I think the next step is going to be to get a little bit more rounded. Just gonna give her some of this. Give her some of this sweet lovin'. After that, we're gonna have to take her over to the fucking arbor. Now, on this workbench, we got a few tools that I don't know if we'll get to today, but we have a really big saw. We got a drill press. That's like a wet drill press. We've got a Highland Park arbor. And Highland Park is a really well-known company that's been around in lapidary for fucking centuries. And I actually got an actual Highland Park arbor sitting right here. Look at that thing. That was my first piece in this whole workshop. And what it is it's got these belts on there, these big, they're like wheels, and in the wheels they have diamonds embedded into like rubber. And what it does is it's for polishing stones. So really all you need to polish a rock is diamonds and water. That's it. Is all it takes to polish stones. Water and diamonds. Different grit levels, of course. And the diamonds are actually embedded into these wheels. So, and if you thought diamonds were worth anything, yeah, they are, but not really. They're just kind of worth money on paper. But really, they're not worth anything because they're rarity. So, secret's out. Diamonds are worthless. They just cost a lot. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good so far. I think what I'm going to do now is attempt to move this baby down a little bit. Maybe we can get some shots of us cutting stones with the arbor. So we'll just lower this thing like so. Crank her down. And we'll pull this one back a little bit. And we'll just move her over to this right here. Alrighty, so what you're looking at right now is the belly of the beast. That's the business end of the fucking arbor. And let's see if she's all set up right. Alright, so we got her turning. And I got some water here. Now, last year I actually installed a pump in this thing, but I never once tried it out. Let's see if she works. Well, I'll be goddamned if this thing ain't working. So basically, I put this pump on here at the end of last year, and she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, it looks like. Now what I want to do is put this sponge, so it kind of, the water just kind of hits the sponge here. Alright, so I'm going to put a little more water in there. Holy shit, I can't believe this thing works the way it does. I never tried it out. You know where I got the pump from? An old cat food water dish. Funny, right? That's where I got the pump from. So, that's pretty badass. Can't believe it works. Alright, so this is gonna be awesome. Dude, I keep losing my chat. Gimbal loves it. Throws up the monkey emote. Alright. Alright, guys. So what we do is, I can't remember which one's the heavy grit and which one's the light grit, but I would say this pink one I think is the heavier of the two grits. You can dip the stone in water, and you just go on there and let her rub up against that pink. You know, and then you rock the one grit for a little while, then you switch it to the other grit. And that's how they polish stones. It's like really quick. Otherwise, if you don't want to do it that way, and you don't have the time to use this machine here, all you gotta do is put it in the old rock tumbler. Fucking run a little of this stuff on there, a little polish. I got it. I got all different types. See, you start off with you know, the real thick stuff, and then you just go to a finer one, and then when you pull it out, they're already shined up for you. So, I mean, anybody can do this shit. You could just get away with the cheap tile saw, cut the shapes out, and then throw them in the grinder to finish them off, or throw them in the tumbler to finish them off. That's how you do it in the winter, when you don't want to freeze. Just come out in the garage, knock out a few of these. Alright. Yeah, this baby's running good. Pump's working good. I mean, all you really needed to do is just splash the wheels, just enough. You get over the top here, and you know when you hold it on here long enough, it'll start to heat the stone up too. So once the stone heats up, that's when it's time to dip her in the water, cool her off, because you can shatter these things too. You can get them too hot and they'll explode. Certain types of shit. See, you just sit there and you just rub it on there like that. And this is how the pros do it. Oh man, I gotta turn this baby down a little bit. She's really spraying now. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. This baby's really spraying now. Holy shit. She's spraying too much, guys. She's spraying too much. Guys, she works too good. She works too good, boys. Just sprayed the shit out of me. Now I'm soaked. But, whatever. Whatever. We're back to it. We just get this thing dialed back in. Just get it right back in there. Yeah, she sprayed the shit out of me. She sprayed the shit out of me, Timmy. How long do you tumble it? Well, I'll tell you something, Butt Monkey. What you do is every week you go basically a month. You can do it in a month, and just once a week you just switch the grit. And I think you got like 4 or 5 grits you go through. It's super easy, and you can get rock tumblers for mega cheap on Harbor Freight. So if you want to get a rock tumbler, it's only about $50 for a double barrel, and you know, you just go on there and order one of them. They give you the grit with it, I'm pretty sure. If they don't, you just can get the grit off of Amazon for mega cheap. Like, all this stuff is super cheap. Hell yeah, we got some clips going on. Yeah, she got wet alright. Real wet. Ha! Here's our stone right now. Let's see if this thing pops up. That little slideshow on the left is all stuff I did in the past. You know, it's all like shit I did in different streams. I work with crystals once in a while. And that's pretty tight. Just trying to line this thing up. I don't know if I got it centered yet. Doesn't look centered to me. Wait. Think I got it. There it is. See, there's a certain way you gotta hold these things, and then the camera will pick it up. There it is. Oh, I think I just saw a nice shot of it. So now that we have our stone polished, we could easily go, you know, a long time on this or a short time, but just for stream sake, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. Looks like she's actually starting to get pretty good. I'm gonna run it on this white one, which is, I think, if I remember, it was the finisher one. Ideally, I'd want to go through 5 different wheel phases. I have different wheels behind this thing, but it's a pain in the ass to pull these wheels off and change them back in. That's kind of a pain in the butt, and that's why I'm just not doing it like that right now. But ideally, that was what you'd want to do. You know, you go up the levels, so you start with a heavier grit, and then you work your way up to a finer grit at the end, and then it'll be like glass when it's done. But I just don't have the time for that right now, guys. Alright, gentlemen and ladies, so I'm going to put this baby right in there. Ooh, that's a nice fit. And as you see, we have ourselves a steampunk bracelet thing. Yeah, it slips right on. I think guys can wear them. Looks pretty tight. Like steampunky. Now, as I see it's drying, I'm starting to see that it wasn't the best polish job. I can always use, like, if I really want to be, like, fucking lazy, I could take this clear coat and I clear coat the stone, and that'll look good too. Or I can just put it in the rock tumbler and just polish her up. I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day, and then I'm going to give it to my wife when she gets home. Alright, so we've got our steampunk bracelet, and from here, I say we make ourselves a ring, a steampunky ring.
The value God puts on human life. This life. The pieces of life begin to fit, and the dignity he gives to the human body. He means for you to be toward others. You learn from Jesus how to live a life.
Alright, so what we have here are a whole bunch of rings I made at the end of last season. And I haven't finished them yet or came anywhere close, but they're made out of copper pipes. So basically, I let them sit here and I wanted them to kind of weather and get like, you know, oxidated and just, you know, kind of start looking like shit. Because that's kind of what the style I'm looking for, is just kind of the style that looks like extremely old and weathered. So I will show you guys where we're at with these. And we are here with all these steampunk rings. And if I put them on all at one time and punch someone in the face, wow, fuck. I don't even want to think what that would be like. Alright, so let's cut some stones for these. Let's put some stones in some of these here, guys. I got this setup right here. These are real tight. These all have little ears on the sides as to signify that you're a member of the Steampunk Army. Nautilus Squad. So I will let you take a look at all of these different things. Cool, right? Yeah, I think they are. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is move this back over to the left. We will go like this a little bit. Get her dialed in. We're dialing her in, boys. Like flip that like that. Alright. Buck's Workshop, the Game of Stones. For in the Game of Stones, you slip up. Like you cut. Alright, so let's see here if we can find ourselves a stone for this, for one of these little rings. This would be cool. I found this in there. I thought I found like some sort of a good pill, but that's a stone, so you don't want to eat that, folks. But it sure looks like a pill. Look at this one. See, and this one right here is super shiny, but what it has on it is a you can't really tell with this fucking lighting if I go like this, folks. I think that's dinosaur bone. But either way, so what we're gonna do here is dig a little deeper, see what we can find. Holy shit! You know what this is? This is malachite. Oh, there it is. I bet this will fit on one of them fuckers. Alrighty. Turns out the malachite's gonna work. Look at that thing. Awesome. So what I'll do here is take my Sharpie and mark off the cut area. Actually, I have another ring that this might look even better in. we're gonna put it in one of these bad boys. It's a lacquer black ring. Nothing special except for it's black. I think it'll look sweet with this piece of malachite. I wish I could tell you more about malachite, but all I know is it looks badass and it's green, so I know this is what it is because that's the shade of green that it generally is. Alrighty, let's see if we can get this thing to fit. We are just there. This stuff is real soft. I gotta be careful, otherwise the ripper will rip it to shreds along my hand. Alright, looks like we're gonna be able to place it in there already. So what we do is we just press it in there real gently but firm, folks. Real gently but firm. And if we just go like this, broke the sides. The sides got bent a little bit. So just pop those back up. And you can get these ring blanks on Amazon or eBay for like $5 or $10 for 5. I like them because they're black and whatever stone you put in generally looks pretty cool. They're not like silver or anything. They're not worth anything. They're just cool looking. Everything can't be worth something. So sentimental value is what's worth the most. All right, there we go. All right, guys, you guys want to see what we made? Oh, shit. Let's see here. We'll put it right there. Let's see if I can get it right up there. Look at that shit. Oh, that looks good. So I'm going to put that on. We'll put that on my pinky finger. There we go. I'm going to wear that for the rest of the day. Hell yeah, boys. Look at that. Let's see if it switches here. There it is. There it is. Holy shit skis. Is that tight or what? The green heart. Would you believe I just lost the stone on this nasty garage floor? Oh, there it is. It's so pretty that it just sticks right out. Alright, so we'll just put it back in there and press it down a little bit better. Hey Rust, it is about damn time, my friend. Yeah, well, life gets busy, you know that. It just gets real busy. And sometimes it's easier just to sit down on the PC and chop out on some video games, but god damn it, you can't beat the workshop. The workshop is just good times had by all. So right now I'm trying to get this ring back in its setting, and I could have spent a little more time on it, but I didn't want to get away at too much of the stone. It was starting to kind of go pretty quick, so I know when to say when. That's where we're at now. Alright, so that's that right there. Thanks for the tip, Butt Monkey. I should be doing that. I'm just so lazy, you know. But at the end of this whole thing, we'll do like a recap and we'll talk about it, talk about our feelings. We'll all talk about our feelings. I'll do a good cry for everybody, and that'll be the part of the stream that I used to never do, but I'm gonna start. It's gonna become we're gonna finish it off with a cry stream, where I weep. That's when a different crowd will tune in. You know, the people that are into cry streamers. Having a little trouble with this stone. I might need to dab it with a little E3000, and then it'll stick better and it'll just look better. Jesus. Hold on. Hold on. Steampunk wristband. Tight. You know, and the thing about the stuff I make, it's not really fine jewelry. It's more like, I guess they call it like costume jewelry. But whatever, you know, I just think it's cool looking. So whatever it is. I mean, if people are just buying things because they're worth money, you're buying them for the wrong reason. There we go. That's how you want it to look. Just like that, boys. Look, you can make one of these in 2 minutes and go find somebody your sweetheart to go give it to. So, I'm going to put it off to the side. I don't want to lose that stone again. Alright, so what's next here? We made ourselves a sweet bracelet or ring. Let's see, maybe we could knock out a cool necklace. So I got this thing right here I was working on earlier, and the back of it's clad with gears, just to give it a little bit of weight. And I think it'd be a perfect thing to do right now. You know what that means? We gotta go back to the rock box. Alrighty, let me just make sure this is broadcasting. If you folks at home could see the shit I'm in my garage, there are parts, cords everywhere, cameras. Originally I had 3 cameras, but one of them crapped out on me, so. Alright, so this is the rock area, and let's dig around in there and see what we can find. Let's see what we have. This is some sort of, I forgot what this stuff is. I think it's called Cherry Creek Jasper or some shit like that. The rock hounds know what all this stuff is. I'm still learning. Willow Creek Jasper? Something like that. It's cool looking. It's like a thing that a lot of people do. We got some agate here. Hold on a second. I gotta rip that. Alright, here we go. So, if we put this light on there, I can show you guys with some of the different semi-precious stones we're working with today. So we got that. Look at this. Crazy, right? That's a rock. But it looks all painted. Here, let me clean it up a little bit. Let me take a look here. Alright, so we gotta go. Dude, I don't know about you guys, but I think this music's pretty dope. Alright, look at that. Look at that, folks. We could use that on our necklace. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Let's go even deeper. Look at this one. Folks, it's the Eye of the Pharaoh. We'll just throw that back in there. What's this one, folks? Holy moly. And all this stuff looks real rough right now, but man, I tell you, you polish it up and it'll blow your mind to smithereens. Ooh, I like this one. I don't remember what kind of stone this one was, but it's kind of a mint green. Some sort of a jasper. Pretty much everything is. But what we have here is what we're gonna cut. Folks, tiger's eye. Look at that shit. Timmy, you ever seen a tiger's eye? It's kind of holographic in a way if you spin it back and forth. I think the tiger's eye is the way to go right now. I don't want to fuck this up, but I could very well do that. Tiger's eye, folks. That's what we're cutting next. Stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody, let's move on. Let's see. Well, I hope you guys are all having a good time. This stream's generally pretty fun, you know, and if it weren't so much work, I'd probably do more of it. If I had my own, like, little building that I could just do this 24 hours in, it would be ideal. And I like to play this, you know, chilled out music. I think it goes good with rock cutting. You know, I'll drink about 100 Mountain Dew Kickstarts. For you, for the folks in the UK, I rant and rave about Mountain Dew Kickstart. It's all I drink, and I'll show you what it looks like. I don't think you guys have this over there. If you do, you're gonna want to get one, because it's the best. This is Fruit Punch. It's like an energy drink that's not super jacked up, so it just kind of keeps you going. They don't sponsor me. I wish they did. If they did, I would fucking plug them every 10 minutes. So, for those of you in the UK, I talk about them. I know you guys haven't heard of this stuff. Yeah, you guys just have the regular shit.
This shit is like half the calories of a regular one, but like 10 times the adrenaline boosting power. Alright, enough of the commercial here. Let's see what I did with that piece of fucking tiger's eye. Here it is. Let's cut this some bitch. Alright, let's see here. We'll get this thing lined up right. Oh, if I could just get a cut out of it right here. Oh, I can. Yes. Yes, it's gonna be perfect. Now this is gonna require a couple of different tools on the bench. For this one to work, we're gonna need to use the short saw and the ripper. So first we'll short saw it, then we'll rip it up. Rip it. So that's where my cut's gonna come out of, and I'll just kind of lay in the middle here. Tight, right? Tiger's eye is so sweet. I think it comes from Africa. Pretty sure. The reflective qualities are awesome. Gimbal, someday I'll send you some real Mountain Dew. Kickstart. You know, they even make a Kickstart in the same flavor as the basic Mountain Dew. It's like a super Mountain Dew. I fucking love this stuff. I mean, I drink way too much of it. Alright, so I'm gonna scoop up all these rings here. I think what we'll do is we'll just start off with the Ripper. Cal Ripken Jr. Oh, there's that ring again. Alright. And Tiger's Eye is a real brill thing because it's got, I think because it's got the iron in it. I've used what's called Tiger Iron before. Last year I cut Tiger Iron on the stream, and it was the same way where it would flake away. Like a piece of Tiger Iron is very similar to Tiger's Eye, except it looks like this. You see all the greenery in it, and but it's also really brittle stuff because of all the veins and stuff. So that's your Tiger's Iron, and this is Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye has a little bit more reflectiveness going on than Tiger Iron, but they're both made of iron, certain amounts. I don't know. If it didn't flake so bad, I'd make a lot more shit with Tiger Iron. And like I said earlier, I'm just using this one to kind of rough it out. You rough it out with the short saw, and you finish her off with the old ripper. And then, I mean, it's real easy to kind of match and mix it. We're just gonna get her to the right. We gotta take a little bit off the sides. What you can also do is say I got it in my setting. I'm gonna mark right here. Now, once I can't see black anymore, I've taken enough off the side probably. You know, it's a good gauge. So we'll just take that bad boy, unplug her, and plug back in the ripper. El Ripski. Alright, so what we're to do, give her a little tiltski. And this is the black side that I used the Sharpie on, and I'm just gonna give her a little bit of water, keep the blade, you know, nice and moist, and then we'll just, you know, give her some of this action. We do a little of this, you know, and, you know, we take a little bit off, and we round the edges and, you know, work the stone. Just let the blade do all the work. You're just riding shotgun. Just, you know, give it a little nudge. Whoop. See that? I got my nail on there. Didn't hurt me though. No big deal. All right, so we just gotta take a little bit off the side still. Fucking steampunk, man. This would probably be my 4th or 5th year of lapidary, and every season I learn a little bit more about stones, about technique, you know, and it's just all about developing your own technique. Alright, so we're just going to need a little bit more off the side. And you know, this tiger's eye is actually pretty good to use. Like, it's real soft and it's easy to cut. Some stones will just fucking go forever before you can remove any material. Like, quartz is kind of like that. Silica kind of gums up the blade. But this stuff actually works pretty good. And like I said earlier, just keep on dabbing the root water on top. Yeah, guys, someday when I retire, I'm going to have the baddest lapidary shop ever, and I'm just going to make cool treasure all day long. Smoke big tubers. Legally, because by then it'll be legal. Just live off my creations. And basically all I'm trying to do is get her set to the setting right now. We're dangerously close. Dangerously. Yeah, you know, I've been talking about this lapidary stream forever, and it's like my biggest problem. It's like I get anxiety. Isn't that weird? You wouldn't think I'd be a person that would get anxiety, but the whole setup gives me like fucking anxiety, and I just want to do it, and I'm scared to set it up, and it's like a weird thing, and so today I said, you know what, no matter what, there'll be no excuses today. Today, I make it happen. I even told somebody at work, I said, today it happens. I must make it happen. And it's happening, we're doing it. We're doing it. I mean, I think what some people think is like, this is like a really big thing for me, but it's just like, you know, kind of like some people just, some days they want to paint a picture. For me, having the studio allows me to have those days where I can just be like, oh, I want to make something for my wife. And then I'll make something, and maybe I won't touch the shop for a couple weeks. That's just kind of my, that's about the importance of this stuff with me. But I know people like watching it, and god damn it, it's like, if people like watching it, it's something pretty cool to stream. Holy shit. We got a lot of people in here. We got the All-Stars. Ernie Permer's here with a fucking Truck Murphy. Nice. Ernie. I love those things you keep putting into the chill zone. You can post whatever you want in there.
Sort of schizophrenic type thing.
We're so close, everybody. So close. She sure does dry out that wheel. You know, I founded the Lapidary community on Twitch. I should be tagging that too. But there aren't a lot of people that look into Lapidary these days, so it's better for me to tag Spock Army than Lapidary. I'm not gonna say I'm the only Lapidary on Twitch because there is this other dude that does it, and he's pretty awesome, but I forgot his name. If I ever find it, I'll let everybody know. I don't think he's as entertaining. I mean, that's just me being honest, but he is awesome nonetheless. Alright, so where we're at right now is we are right where you want to be, just real close actually, real close, halfway in. Alright, I think that might, that put us in there. That put us in there, look at that folks. I mean, it's a little loose, but we'll be able to glue her down. You know, and you can kind of see the contrast. So I guess now all we got to do is kind of round her out and then give her a nice polish. And I mean, we could leave it flat like that and raw, but I think once we polish it, it'll look amazing. When Holden was in town, I can tell a Holden McNeely's story here if anybody knows who that is. When he was in town, at one point it was like day 2, I think, the end of day 2 or maybe the beginning of day 3, and I had realized that I only drank Kickstarts, not even water, for like 2 days, just straight Kickstart, Mountain Dew Kickstart. And when he left, the last night before I had to go back to work, I was puking so hard from all the, like the 30 Kickstarts that I had drank in the past 2 days. And it was quite the sight, I'll tell you that much. It was like a Kickstart hangover. And we had a lot of fun. Like, that whole week was awesome. We could have done a month, I think, and it would have been ridiculous. Me, him, the McManwich, Cammy and Barrett's. God, we had the time of our lives. It was like a cool staycation for me because basically it was like everybody I watch on Twitch coming to my house or coming to somebody's house, coming to my town. Fucking sweet. Sweet steampunk bracelet. That's what we're going for. That looks awesome. You know, and then we take that and we put it in this. Just like that. Snap, and there she is, folks. Look at that. I might sell this. If anyone's interested, I might sell this.
We're going back to the old school.
We now have our Boss Steampunk bracelet, and to go with it, a killer necklace, folks. You still have time, Gimbal. You still have time to, you know, pick up a hobby. I mean, I've never been to Thailand, dude. You've been there. That sounds pretty fucking amazing, and I feel kind of unproductive hearing that. I know what I'd do there. I can't mention it on stream, but I know what I'd do there. So, for right now, I'm just gonna kind of let this thing rest for a little bit. I'm probably just gonna coat it with that hard coating, because I think it'll just pop a lot more than if I try to polish it with what I got. But we got that. We got that ring. I already lost it. There it is, malachite ring. That's pretty cool. And my next. What do I make next? Well, let's see here. Alright, what to make next? I just got a really cool idea while looking through this table of different items for making different things, and I was thinking maybe I would just make just a simple pendant. Alrighty. I didn't have to do that, but I thought, why not? Why not show 'em both? So let's dig around in this bucket here. This one kind of looks like a dick and balls, doesn't it? I showed this on Twitch. Ever since I've had it, I thought this looked like a dick and balls. What do you folks think? Alright, I found a good one. Dick and balls. The audience has it at dick and balls. Alrighty, Buck Murphy 420 here, getting ready to cut this bad boy into something pretty cool. So take a look at that. It's gonna look sweet. We'll put the squid in front of it. It'll look all crazy. Someone will want to wear it.
You take a
Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of this suicidal maniac.
Alrighty, I think I'm gonna have to start this bad boy on the old cutter. So, well, we don't want that in the picture. So what we'll do here is we'll just do what we've been doing. Maybe we can hook this up like that. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this thing and we're gonna trace it out here. Shout out to Cheech and Chong. All right. You never want to let any of this shit get dry. Once it's dry, you're fucked. Take it from the buck. you always want to keep it wet. These stones are sweet. I get them at these crazy mineral shows where all these weirdos go. And you gotta be just as weird as the weirdos to fit in, which I do pretty good. I do pretty good when I'm there. I like to kind of act as if I'm kind of like a James Bond mixed with like I have the persona of a James Bond mixed with an Indiana Jones when I go to these rock shows, and people think I'm fucking the real deal. And you have to know how to bullshit the bullshitters, which I do, because I'm generally full of shit, so I fit in pretty good at them shows, and I usually score some pretty good deals. Alright, broskies and ladies, what we're going to do now is finish the shape on this cabochon, if you will. We call these cabochons. And then we're going to add it to this little fucking thing here, and then we're going to do a little bit of other stuff to it. So, stay tuned, folks. First we'll do that. Damn, I'm digging this music, guys. Fucking some groove stuff here. Like, if you ain't grooving to this shit right now, you might as well throw yourself off a bridge. I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. Don't be so hard on yourself, Ernie. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you're gonna get hurt without a guard, chances are the guy that gets hurt without the guard gets hurt with the guard. It's a rule of thumb. Like, those people just inherently always get hurt. Whereas I work with my hands in fucking millions of different ways. I just never get hurt, knock on wood. I mean, we get little nicks and whatnot, but the guy that loses the finger, you know, a lot of times he's done all kinds of things. Like, there's been lots of accidents with that guy, right? Blinded by his own finger. Shit. She's getting dried up. We gotta drop a little moisture on her. You know what I mean? Keeps the dust down. Digging the soundtrack. This is a tribute to Cowboy Bebop, as it would be. Right there. If you see right there, I just blasted that thing, and I still got a finger. I still got a finger, boys. So, if I didn't lose it just now, but I did have a discussion with my father about doing a stream where I would, like, stage an injury every stream, just to get more people, and then every stream there'd be another bandage on my hand. But I never did that. Eventually I'd actually have an accident and everybody'd think it was all part of the show, you know? Like, folks, it's all part of the show. As my fingers flopping all over the place. Now, if you knew my brother, he's the one who gets, he's broken damn near every bone in his body. So, he's the one that gets injured, not me. I'm more of the artist of the family. I have gotten injured before, though. The first stream, I poked my thumb with a Dremel tool. It sucked. Yeah, but you know, I mean, everybody's got their creativity thing, you know. Just as long as you're doing something. What we got in chat? We got some stuff going on in chat here? Well, wood planer's a whole different story, Ernie. That's like fucking... You're gonna lose something if you barely touch that. This is more like touching a,
Things that I particularly
like a fingernail sander, basically.
women with attitudes. So tell me, Jet.
Why do we have all three of them neatly gathered in our ship?
Yeah, Mountain Dew Kickstart Black Cherry. One of the finest drinks I've ever had.
What's cooking?
Special bell peppers and beef.
Fucking workshop's running, guys. Do you guys like the wooden background? I felt like that kind of gave it a workshop look. And then I green screened that shit over that. This is actually my old PC that I'm streaming with right now. She's still kind of a beast for this these simple streams. And this little flat lap will shape just about any stone too. As long as you just keep dabbing a little water on there, you'll be able to cut just about anything. It's good for simple cabochons. I mean, you could facet this shit, but it would take a lot of precision. If you would, what some people will do is they'll run like a dowel, they'll get the dowel game on, and then they have like a, it'll look almost like a octagon at the end of it, and then they just will lay it on there, turn it to the next edge of the octagon, and keep flipping it. And that's a real primitive way of cutting an accurate facet. And that's how they do it in some countries as well. They'll have like 3 or 4 different octagons, or you know, as many sides as you want to put on that diamond or fucking stone. Too much work for me. That's why I just do the you know, half cabochons, just the domes. If I do that, even.
Sometimes I just like to leave them raw like this and then polish them. Whoop. Pretty cool looking stone, I must say. Yeah, if I had a standalone garage that wasn't so close to my neighbors' places, I would exclusively stream this shit. Unfortunately, I live in a duplex, so I gotta be kind of chill. Everybody's at work right now, so I'm able to
do what I gotta do, but if I could do this all day long, this stream would never end. This would be like a fucking everyday thing. So right now I'm just kind of learning all this stuff. Someday it will be something that I do exclusively. Like when either if I retire someday or what, this will be my hobby. Maybe even my career. Self-taught lapidary. And, you know, it's funny because I've gotten a ton of support from the folks at home on Twitch. Like more support in this than I've ever, and it's hard to say, you know, hey, this isn't something I exclusively do. I just kind of picked it up like people pick up, you know, hobby painting and whatnot. But there's so much equipment that you really got to know if you want to do it. And the deeper into it I get, the better the equipment gets, the better I get, the better everything gets, fucking funner it gets. Like, right now, our room looks like the fucking Taj Mahal because I made my wife, 50-some fucking sweet pendants. She's got like 3 steampunk bracelets. She don't even wear this shit. She just likes it. I gotta take a moment to check into chat here. We got some stuff going on in chat. Fu Manchu, welcome aboard. How's it going, brah? Welcome to the workshop. First one of the season. I was kind of slacking for a little bit there. Yeah, that sucks, Ernie. I know how that is, man. I've definitely injured myself before on the job. I've never cut my finger off, thank God. But it would definitely suck if that were to happen. Years ago, I sanded the end of my thumb off in wood shop. That was a bummer.
Я считаю, что это не настоящее путешествие. Настоящее путешествие, когда ты давно забыл, откуда едешь, и ты без понятия, где закончится твой путь. Я верю в это.
Пластилиновый бег.
It's an ultra relaxing hobby. Just running this thing over this blade and removing just the tiniest little bit of material. Something about it. At the end of the day, when it snaps into that fitting, it's like the greatest thing ever. I fucking love how lit chat is right now, guys. I'm too far away from the computer to be able to read it. But I can see it chugging along, and I love it. I love it. And I love the raid train. The raid train's amazing. More support. I've never gotten more support in my life than I get from the raid train. Good bunch of people. Dude, I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, but it's getting pretty big. And, sometimes I'll look at, the notes and shit, and it's a good community. You guys actually set something up that seems to be thriving at the moment. I'm glad to be a part of it. Mainly why I'm doing this is because of the support from the raid train, actually. That's why I'm streaming the workshop today. You guys kind of pushed me into it, and I love it. Thank you. That's what I need. Alright, boys and girls. I think we might have done it. See here. Here we go. Let's see if she fits. There's still a little more to go. You know, I was going to put the squid over this, but I don't really want to cover up this super cool looking stone. So I've got these other cabochon cups that might work pretty good. They're cat-shaped. See how that looks. Oh yeah, that looks cool. We will snap these into the cat cabochons. Cups. That's a lot to say. Still not able to fit quite right yet. That looks kind of cool. I think we'll have to round the edges for this one though. I think this one's gonna look super tight. Look at that shit. That actually looks pretty good on camera. Or we could do that, or we could do this. Could do this. Actually, that looks pretty good too. You know, we do that. Or we do that and put this over that. Oh, actually, this does look kind of cool. If I get a good shine on that. Oh. Actually, I think I still like this best. Maybe I'll stick with the original plan. Who would rock this badass? Oh, this badass amulet. Wow, you get the idea. You get the idea. Tune into the Instagram later on, and we'll you can see what I came up with. That'll be like destination type of thing. If you gotta come out to Buck's Workshop on Instagram, just click on the link down below, and later on I'll post all the finishings, and you can see what I chose to come up with, folks. You can see. It'll be like an interactive thing. It'll be tight. Alright, so we made the malachite ring. We made the Tiger Eye Steampunk Amulets. That was kind of a shitty shot of the ring. Here, we'll go like this. We'll go like that, and we'll even go like that. There you go, folks. They're not polished yet, but we will polish them. Look at that. We made that shit today. You guys help me. Alright, we made this. That's kind of tight. Steampunk bracelet. We can go to a convention right now. I can leave this house and go straight to a steampunk convention, and they would know that I am a legit steampunk baron. Listen to that sweet, sweet... Is that a saxophone I hear? Oh yeah, that's a saxophone. Like honey butter. Should I make another ring? We can make another ring here. I think I got time for that. Time is it anyways? 12:30? I can go for one more item. We'll make one more item and then I gotta take a nap. Cause I gotta work tonight. Let me see what I got here. At this time, I'm busting out petrified tree bark. This tree bark is like 1,000,000 years old, literally. It sounds cool, sounds like glass. I pulled it out of the rock tumbler a couple weeks ago in hopes that I could finally use it for something. And I still don't know what to use it for, folks. But it's really cool. It was once wood, now it's stone. It's ancient. Originally I got this big piece of it and then it just broke off into all these little pieces, but then the little pieces like polished up so it looked really tight. Cool, right? I think that's cool. I think that's cool, folks. But I had this idea with these little frames right here. I was gonna see if I could take and cut one of these pieces of petrified tree bark to fit in this frame. I bet I could do it, boys. I bet I could do it, girls. This is one I made a long time ago. I've had on a few vacations now, and I made this on last year's stream. But it's petrified tree bark. You know, petrified wood, and it's got really cool look to it. It's kind of like a gray, ghostly thing. I wear that type of shit when I go to Vegas. I cover myself up in all these crazy stones and then walk around like I'm the stone pimp. So what we gotta do here is now we got this petrified tree bark. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna just use my Sharpie. I'm gonna use my Sharpie and I'm gonna fucking use it to mark off the area that I don't want to cut, you know, and next step is back to this tiny chop saw, which is just a regular tile saw. Everybody's got one of these if they've ever had to do any tiling. You can use a regular tile blade, but I use this fucking crazy diamond blade that I got for like $30. Oh. Wrong chord. So we go like that, folks. And I'm just gonna take this little guy and just try to, we don't want to shatter it because these are real brittle. Oh! And he's gonna finish her off just like that. Just like that, Ernie. Look at this. Ooh, we need a little more still. Let's see what we got here. Just a little more. Alright. Alright. Alright, so we have cut it to the right length. What we'll do after that, give her a little shine with the shirt. A little shirt shine. Sure as shit. And then I'm gonna see if I got